Well, hello there, Gemini. How are you? It is so good to see you again. I'm Mary Sue, and I'm so grateful that you're here. So today we're doing your May 2024 General Tarot reading. So let's jump into it and see what the month of May has for you. Discovering truth. You stand in the light of truth. And then Ant Spirit, time to collaborate. Okay, so this is kind of interesting because in this card, you see how this person is turning their back and walking away from those other two people, right? It's kind of like you may have been working with a group of people, either at work or networking. It could be even a family unit or whatever. And you've discovered that you don't really align to these people, right? Like your truth, discovering truth, your truth is no longer in alignment with what these other people are doing or saying or whatever. And it's kind of like you're not having an argument with them, right? I feel like for a lot of you, you have already walked away from these people. But there's been this energy of kind of like being on your own. So you walked away from these people, but you haven't really and truly yet met other people. Well, here's May. And I feel like it's time for you to collaborate. It's time for you to come into alignment with that soul tribe. Come into alignment with new people that are in alignment with your truth. Standing in your truth and living your truth. And even if it's been difficult living, a little bit kind of like on your own, okay? And I'm not saying you've been totally alone, but kind of like feeling, yeah, I'm not really feeling a deep connection with anybody in my life, whether that's romantic, family, friends. It's kind of like you may not have conflict with those people, but you also don't feel like you have an aligned sense of purpose. And this is the energy of coming into alignment with people that are in alignment with the way that you see the world. And it's also kind of like allowing yourself to step into getting inspired and motivated. It's kind of like Gemini, I'm a Gemini too, a Gemini sun. So it's kind of like we're very social animals. We enjoy being around other people, especially people that kind of are in alignment with the way we see the world, right? It's kind of like you could have been seeking this group. And I know that's been in your reading for like the last year. You've been seeking that soul tribe. And it's because you have allowed yourself to walk away from some other people or situations and you really stood in your light. Okay. You stood in the fact that this is who I am. Even if I have to be alone, I'd rather be alone than be in alignment with people that just really are off the mark as far as the way that you see the world, right? And that is exactly what has allowed new people to come onto your path. Now, Jupiter and Venus both go into your sign, Gemini, on May 25th. So I know it's towards the end of May, okay? But Jupiter, the planet of luck, is going to be in your sign for the next year. This is exciting because Jupiter is going to almost open doors of opportunity, new people, new situations coming onto your path. It's a year of expansion. It's a year where you're going to really feel like, hey, it was worth walking away from some people and situations because now I'm living the life that I really and truly have been dreaming of, have been working so hard to have come onto your path. So yeah, now I'm looking at the cards and going, yeah, this is exactly right. So here you are. You've been standing in your light. You've been doing your healing. You've been standing in your truth. You haven't allowed yourself, right, to fall prey to people and situations that really aren't in alignment with who you are and who you are wanting to become. You've been doing this walking away constantly, kind of like realigning yourself to your truth. And that is a process, right? It's not like we can wake up one day and say, oh my goodness, this relationship doesn't work. This job doesn't work. This lifestyle doesn't work, right? But it is a process of eliminating things. But now you're on the other side. You have the Ace of Pentacles coming in. This is the energy of something new coming onto your path. A new relationship, a new opportunity, a new job, a new career, a new idea, something. The Ace of Pentacles is like a gift from the universe. It's It's completely because you have allowed yourself to stay true to who you are. And I feel like this Ace of Pentacles is really an opportunity to meet other people that are in alignment with what you want for yourself, that feel the same way about life and your purpose. It doesn't mean that you agree on everything, but it's like people that you can have a conversation with about your spirituality or your sense of purpose or what you feel like your mission is, right? It's kind of like people that kind of get you because they have been through similar things that you have been through. And I think for some of you, this could even be networking with people. Like if you've started a spiritual business or you're wanting to expand your spiritual practices or something like that. These are people that you're going to be able to do that with. That they're going to be, let's, network together. Let's help each other. Or, let's go on a retreat together. Whatever it is, it's kind of like this energy of, oh my goodness, I have finally found somebody or a group of people. I feel like there's more than one, like a group of people that are in alignment. Now, for some of you, if you have been really trying to start like a spiritual business and it's been going slow, right? I feel like this is an opportunity of bringing in, attracting in, having a new idea that helps you to expand your business and attract in new customers or clients or an audience, right? This is the energy of a breakthrough, a true breakthrough, a gift from the universe, because you have stayed committed to who you are and to your truth and to your purpose and for what you want for yourself. Wow, beautiful. Okay, so let's take a look at your obstacle. Yeah, I feel like you've been working hard, and yet I'm only chuckling because I can kind of, I can resonate. It's kind of like this energy. I'm working really hard. Look, you're working by yourself, right? You're kind of having to do it all by yourself. And it's causing you a lot of anxiety because maybe all along you haven't been sure that this is the right path. You may have gotten like tidbits here and there. Oh yeah, I think I'm on the right path. And then things seem to turn around and not really be working for you, right? Well, here's the thing. The message that I'm getting is that here you are, you've been working, but what you didn't realize, look at all the butterflies that are flying around her, right? Those are your spirit guides and angels. They were just working behind the scenes, okay? So while you're working and maybe things are starting to turn your way, maybe you're starting to see a little bit of the fruits of your labor, right? Maybe you're starting to feel like, okay, I think new people are coming onto my path, right? Or maybe you're starting to get that intuitive energy that there's a new soulmate on your path, right? You kind of feel this energy within you, but you're not seeing it in the 3D. Well, that's because you are truly on a new path. This is not the path that you were on, years ago, right? For some of you, you really and truly took a completely different path. And I feel like this wasn't recently. This has been, maybe even the last, I don't know, I'm hearing the number 7. So maybe the last 7 years, this is the number 1, at least a year. Okay. And so maybe what's happened is that you have put yourself onto such a new path that it's taken your spirit guides and angels a little bit of time to help bring in the right people and situations on your path. But they've been fluttering all around you. You haven't been alone. Even those times when you felt like you were totally alone, you weren't. They were there for you. They were willing to help you. They were giving you exactly what you needed at the time to help you to keep going, to put your work in. But here's the other thing, is that while you were working so hard on whatever it is that you're trying to create for yourself, the life that you're trying to create, the business, whatever it is, it's also the energy where you had the time, since maybe you were alone, you had the time to really kind of like do that internal work, to do that deep healing, to really align yourself to what it is that you want for yourself in the future. Because I don't know about you, but like when I went through my awakening, it was like I knew what I didn't want in my life, but it took a long time for me to figure out what I did want, right? Because I had lived so long in that previous life. When I finally started feeling disconnected from that life, all of a sudden it was like, okay, I know I don't want that, but I don't know what I want. It's almost like, I feel like we kind of like in that previous life, we feel a little bit like we don't realize it, but we're kind of conditioned. We're brainwashed. That is the life that we're supposed to have. When we have that leave our life for one reason or another, whether we choose to leave it or it chooses to leave us, it's kind of like understanding that it takes us some time. For some of you, it could be 8 years, 8 of Pentacles, right? It could have been 7 or 8 years where, yeah, and look, this is an 8, this is a 1, and this is the number 18. Okay, so I feel like, somewhere between 8, maybe even 9 years, it's kind of like it's taken you that long to figure out where you do want to go, right? It took a while to leave something. It took a while for you to heal from it. And then it takes some more time in order for you to get excited about where it is that you're wanting to go. And I feel like your ascended masters have been with you every step of the way. And what you didn't realize, the reason you had so much anxiety was because you couldn't. I think it was twofold. Number one, you weren't sure what you really wanted in your life. You weren't really sure what direction you were going in. And the second thing is that you weren't seeing the fruits of your labor. You were working really hard at trying to change your life, but it didn't seem to be appearing in the 3D. Well, that's about to change because no longer are you sitting on the fence. I feel like you're standing in your truth. And as you're standing there, all of a sudden, these new people and situations are popping up around you. It's taking you off the fence and it's allowing yourself to go forward in this beautiful new energy of taking action based on what your heart truly desires. I feel like these new people or these new situations kind of like it's reviving your I don't want to say it's kind of like reviving your passion for going after what it is that you want, right? Because sometimes we can finally figure out what it is that we want, but we're so exhausted from the journey. That's kind of like, okay, well, I'll start on it tomorrow. I finally figured it out, but I'll start on it tomorrow. This is the energy. And once again, Geminis, we can get energized just by being around the right people, right? And for some of you, what may have happened is that you've been working by yourself and it's kind of like you didn't feel the zest for what you're working on, right? You could have had some passion for it. You've been motivated. You've been working hard, but you didn't have the true zest. And I think that is what you are gaining. It's kind of like new people, new situations coming onto your path that really take you from this, okay, I'm willing to keep working on this because I know I'm standing in my truth. I know things are going to work out for me. And then suddenly it's kind of like a burst of energy. Yeah, you are, after a long time of sitting here waiting for things to take place. Look at, you are manifesting because you're in a sense of control. I do want to say you have the Strength card, you have the Sun card, right? Underneath. This is the energy of taking back your power. I feel like you are now manifesting from an energy of, I know what I want for myself, and I am it's more than determined. It's kind of like excited. You have enthusiasm. That's what it is. You have enthusiasm for what it is that you want to do, or where you want to go, the life that you want to create. Having this sense of getting up out of bed and saying, oh my gosh, I can't believe it. I had a great night's sleep and now I'm ready to get to work on whatever it is that you're trying to work on here, or the life that you're trying to create for yourself, right? All of a sudden, you're feeling like you're at least energetically, those people and those situations that you have been dreaming of for a long time are finally coming onto your path. Wow, what a breakthrough. What a breakthrough, Gemini. And just in time for Gemini season too. So I love this. All right, so let's take a look at your soul truth card. And Gemini, I do personal readings. So if you're interested, the link is in the description box below. I even have a special May 2024 general reading, tarot reading. So if this one resonated with you and you'd like a personalized version, you may want to check it out. I'd be honored to do a reading for you. All right, what are the dominant emotions that run my life? Yeah, and I feel like that's the thing. You've been in this energy of anxiety, of am I on the right path? Is this going to work out for me? Things go well, then I have a little setback, and all of a sudden I'm back into the energy of, well, am I doing the right thing, right? Especially if it has something to do with finances or something like that, right? How do you feel your day? Stress or joy, trust or anger, anxiety or peace? We have only today, right now, the journey. No goal, no destination will bring us the feeling we seek. But when we begin filling each day with that which we value most, we will attract more of it. And this is fulfillment. Yes. And I love that because I think that's what you're doing. You've gotten past the situation where you're focusing on your healing, right? We are always still continuously healing, but I feel like you've done the majority of that in the sense that now you're at a higher level, right? And it's not filling your day with anxiety or the sense that you're working by yourself. You're filling your day with this sense of new people, new opportunities, and sunshine. So when this does kind of like pop up, allow yourself to give yourself credit for what you have been through, right? And focus on what it is that you're trying to attract into your life. Be grateful for what is already showing up, and be grateful for what you know is on your path and yet has not yet shown up, right? That's a beautiful energy, just kind of like trying to get into the energy of your future self, of where you are wanting to go. All right, I'm going to leave it there. I wish you so much love and light. I love you so much, Gemini. Thank you so much for all your support by liking, commenting, and subscribing. And I hope to see you again really soon. Bye for now.